Colosseo Academy Arena hosted the final match between the third-year core, and the atmosphere felt tense as every student watched closely while two powerful fighters faced each other. On one side stood Galyat from the Lee Corps, a proud mage known for mastering perfect fourth circle magic. On the other side stood Dolores Lanquavatus from the Ice Corps, a calm and determined student who used divine magic. Galyat carried absolute confidence in his abilities, believing that his magical mastery and recognition from professors made him superior. However, despite his pride and determination, his body suddenly gave out. His strength disappeared, and he collapsed onto the arena floor. The entire arena fell silent for a moment as everyone realized the outcome. The official announcement soon followed, confirming the result of the intense battle. Dolores Lanquavatus became the victor of the third-year Ice Corps. The audience reacted with surprise and admiration, as divine magic had proven its overwhelming power against advanced circle magic. This victory established Dolores as one of the most formidable students in the academy. Shortly afterward, preparations began for the closing ceremony. Students, faculty, and guests took their seats as the atmosphere shifted from intense competition to formal reflection. Professor Morg stepped onto the stage to host the ceremony. He stood before the crowd, maintaining his usual strict and cold presence. Most students immediately reacted with annoyance and disbelief. They knew him as a harsh and unforgiving professor who constantly criticized and pressured students. They assumed he would deliver another strict lecture filled with warnings and scolding. However, Professor Morg surprised everyone. He openly acknowledged that students disliked him and saw him as an annoying figure. He explained that his harsh treatment had always served a purpose. He believed the academy served as a safe haven, but once students left, they would face a cruel and unforgiving world. His strictness existed to prepare them mentally and emotionally for the hardships ahead. His words reflected his deep responsibility as an educator who wanted his students to survive and grow stronger. Then, his tone became more personal and emotional. He revealed that meeting a certain student had changed his perspective. He realized that true understanding of students could not come from authority alone. Instead, genuine insight came from listening to students themselves. This realization had deeply affected him, and he expressed sincere gratitude toward that unnamed student. His words carried warmth that students had never expected from him. He continued with heartfelt wishes for every student. He hoped that obstacles would become opportunities for growth. He hoped that even painful experiences would guide them toward strength and wisdom. He expressed his desire for their lives to be filled with love, peace, hope, and achievement. His speech ended with sincere appreciation for their hard work throughout the year. The arena erupted into cheers and applause. Students felt shocked and moved by his unexpected warmth. Many struggled to believe that such emotional words had come from someone known for strict discipline. Some students suspected that someone else had written the speech for him, while others felt genuinely touched. Dolores quietly reflected, recognizing that Professor Morg carried hidden burdens. Other students wondered if she was the one who had influenced him, since she interacted with him more than anyone else. However, she did not believe she was the reason behind his change. After finishing his speech, Professor Morg quietly left the stage without seeking praise. Headmaster Winston stepped forward to continue the ceremony. He began with light humor, admitting that it felt difficult to follow such a meaningful speech. However, his tone soon became serious and reflective. He shared his recent personal struggles with declining health caused by chronic mana overload. This dangerous condition had weakened his body and forced him to confront his mortality. During his time away from the academy, he had found tranquility and clarity. He realized that life remained fragile and unpredictable. He explained that no one knew when death would arrive. Because of this uncertainty, he encouraged everyone to treasure every moment. He emphasized the importance of living fully without regret. His message carried deep emotional weight as he spoke from personal experience and vulnerability. Suddenly, everything changed in an instant. A mysterious attacker launched a surprise ambush. The attack happened so quickly that no one reacted in time. The headmaster, despite being an outstanding swordmaster, fell immediately. His body collapsed onto the ground, lifeless. Shock spread throughout the arena as students and faculty struggled to understand what had just happened. The attacker revealed herself as Sandy, a dangerous infiltrator associated with Ouroboros. She calmly retrieved a legendary weapon known as the Winter Sword, Orwell. Her success confirmed that her mission had targeted this powerful artifact all along. Vice Principal Morg instantly realized the seriousness of the situation. He became furious at the security failure that had allowed such an infiltration. He recognized that even though the ambush had played a role, defeating someone as skilled as the headmaster required extraordinary ability. He concluded that she had disguised herself as a school official to infiltrate the arena undetected. Professor Morg stepped forward, determined to stop her escape. He reminded her that the academy might appear to be a school, but it still stood as an institution built upon martial strength. Its faculty and warriors possessed power equal to an army. He made it clear that she would not escape alive. However, Sandy remained calm and confident. She revealed that she had never acted alone. Her statement immediately proved true as a massive explosion erupted above. The arena ceiling shattered violently, sending debris crashing down. Chaos spread instantly as panic gripped the crowd and the sound of destruction filled the arena. Vice Principal Morg stood frozen in shock as he recognized one of the figures behind the sudden invasion. His eyes widened as he realized that Professor Sandy stood at the center of the chaos. The person he had once known as a fellow professor now revealed herself as the mastermind behind this horrifying attack. His disbelief deepened as unfamiliar figures began gathering around her, moving with complete loyalty and devotion. These followers knelt and worshipped her like a ruler, treating her with disturbing obsession. Their behavior appeared twisted and fanatical, showing no signs of humanity or hesitation. One of the followers proudly announced that the mana barrier protecting the academy had already been destroyed under her command. He eagerly expressed his willingness to suffer punishment if it pleased her, treating pain as a reward rather than a consequence. Their devotion revealed that they followed her not out of fear, but out of absolute belief in her authority. Professor Morg watched this disturbing display with growing confusion and concern. He could not understand how Professor Sandy had managed to gather such dangerous individuals. Sandy calmly explained that these individuals were wanted criminals whom she had personally trained and prepared for this very moment. Her words revealed that this invasion was not a sudden act, but the result of careful planning over a long period. Professor Morg realized the terrifying truth that the entire attack was part of a calculated scheme. The followers eagerly awaited further orders, standing ready to unleash destruction without hesitation. With a simple command, Sandy instructed them to disperse and begin their assault. Her followers immediately spread throughout the arena, attacking anyone in their path. Panic spread as students and guests attempted to escape, but many failed to survive. Bloodshed filled the once peaceful arena. The closing ceremony transformed into a battlefield filled with death and terror. Professor Morg fought desperately to protect as many people as possible. He shielded students and countered incoming attacks while struggling to comprehend Sandy's motives. He could not accept that a fellow professor had chosen such a path of destruction. Despite the explosion and chaos, Professor Morg survived and confronted her directly. He questioned her sanity, wondering whether her mind had completely broken or whether her actions connected to her tragic past. He recalled the incident involving the 47 families, the event that had destroyed her family and left her alone. His words revealed his deep knowledge of her history. Sandy reacted with calm acknowledgement, showing no shame or hesitation. She confirmed that he understood her past correctly. She began explaining the truth behind the incident that had shaped her beliefs. 35 years ago, shortly after the Empire had unified, 47 powerful families had led a violent uprising. They had slaughtered countless people and attacked the imperial palace. The Empire had quickly crushed the rebellion. 46 family heads had died immediately, while only her grandfather had survived and been imprisoned. The official explanation described the event as a failed attempt to seize the throne. However, she revealed that the true reason ran far deeper. According to her, the imperial family had feared the growing influence of powerful families and had hidden the real truth. The old world had once operated under the law of strength, where only the powerful survived and ruled. However, peace had changed everything. Society had begun rewarding effort and loyalty instead of pure strength. Weak individuals gained influence through position and authority rather than combat ability. She believed this transformation had weakened humanity itself. She viewed peace as a disease that turned strong warriors into obedient tools. She saw modern society as a system that protected weakness and suppressed true strength. Her grandfather and the other families had attempted to restore the old order, but they had failed. Their defeat had left her family destroyed and her legacy shattered. Professor Morg grew furious as he listened to her reasoning. He could not accept that she had murdered innocent people based on such beliefs. He reminded her of Headmaster Winston's sacrifice and compassion. He recalled how Winston had protected others during the rebellion despite risking his own life. He reminded her that Winston had later supported her, helping her become a professor despite her tragic background. He could not understand how she had repaid that kindness with betrayal and murder. Sandy reacted with cold hatred. She revealed that Winston had personally defeated and arrested her grandfather during the rebellion. She revealed that his current illness resulted from injuries sustained during that battle. In her eyes, Winston represented the system that had destroyed her family and suppressed strength. She viewed his death as both revenge and necessity. She also believed that the academy itself represented corruption. Instead of nurturing true warriors, she believed the academy tamed them into obedient servants of the empire. Her ideology revealed her ultimate goal. She believed that only the strong deserved to exist. She saw weakness as something that must be erased entirely. She viewed herself as a natural disaster, a force meant to cleanse the world and restore the law of strength. Her conviction burned with absolute certainty, showing no trace of doubt or regret. Suddenly, another powerful figure entered the battlefield. Osiris, the young lord of the Baskerville family, arrived with overwhelming speed. His sword moved with deadly precision, cutting down several of Sandy's followers instantly. His sudden appearance shocked both enemies and survivors. His presence immediately shifted the balance of power. Sandy's followers attempted to surround him, believing their numbers guaranteed victory. However, Osiris moved with incredible skill and speed. He eliminated his attackers effortlessly, demonstrating strength far beyond his age. His reputation as the sword bird of the Baskerville family proved entirely justified. Even experienced warriors recognized his extraordinary talent. Other members of powerful families began joining the fight, refusing to allow criminals to endanger innocent lives. Osiris ordered his allies to escort civilians to safety while he advanced alone toward the enemy. His determination showed his readiness to protect others regardless of danger. He unleashed one of the Baskerville family's advanced sword techniques, cutting through enemies with unstoppable force. Professor Morg watched the arrival of reinforcements and confronted Sandy once more. He reminded her that she faced not just the academy, but the combined strength of the Empire's greatest families. He insisted that protecting others represented true strength, not destroying them. However, Sandy rejected his words completely. She believed that protection only created weakness. She believed that destroying what others protected proved her superiority. Nearby, a heartbreaking scene unfolded. A young student knelt beside her mother's lifeless body, crying in despair. Her world collapsed as she faced loss and terror simultaneously. One of Sandy's followers approached her, preparing to finish her life. He followed his queen's command to eliminate all weakness. The student trembled helplessly, unable to escape or fight back. If you're enjoying this series, please give the video a like. It really helps others discover it. And if you'd like to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Want the next chapter? Comment next chapter below.